Then I guess we would go for plan B.
The plan B is that we stream the Zoom call to YouTube and don't worry about, and you just do screen capture.
Yeah.
And plan C is we don't do screen capture at all, and the listeners are somewhat sad, but that's
viewers anyway.
Viewers. Plan D, play by mail.
D stands for dance.
Dance.
It's supposed to be fun.
All right, it looks like we are live again.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
Erica, do you want to post me the link of the live thing somewhere and I will tweet it? It doesn't look like TotalPartyKill.live has picked it up yet.
I think that takes a minute or two.
I think that takes a while.
And there's probably a half-dead previous session.
Zombie session.
Yeah.
This is where I'm putting it in the Zoom chat. I don't know if that will work because, like I said, I'm logged in as.
Let's find out. I see it, and there's no playing. It's got the game going right now. So.
Oh, and somebody says video and audio from everyone.
Wow,
Hey.
Secret Agent, you're like.
Thank you, Secret Agent.
Yeah.
It's because Dan's not here.
Yeah, that is always. Sometimes we have things where Dan's audio is not. Dan's amazing system that breaks the same way every time.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Hello, listeners. I tweeted a thing in case anyone wants to retweet it. There's 5 people watching now, which might be the 5 of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not watching.
I'm just hold on. Let me open this in a couple more tabs and devices. So got to get these numbers up so I feel better about myself. Let's see here. All right, we're good, right? Everyone is recording their local things.
Yes.
Local things.
He said
local
looking
things.
At level meters. Yes.
You did.
Yep. Oh, yeah. There I am.
I hear everybody nice and loud and clear on Zoom, so that's good.
Well, cross your fingers that whatever happened to my computer earlier does not happen again.
Maybe your computer was sick. Maybe it had a virus.
Maybe it's haunted.
Maybe.
I like that idea. It's much more D&D.
Oh, now I need to rearrange everyone again in the chat.
Oh yeah, I need to open up my character sheet and be like, who is this? What can I do?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, all
right.
What we should have is...
okay, hang on. I think I'm ready, so I will wait until all of you are ready.
The chat will see me rearranging everybody's things so that we line up with the names. Normally, I would have a thing up that says, we will begin shortly, but consider this...
This is exciting for the bootleg viewers.
Oh, I moved away.
He's moving around.
Yeah, it's okay. There's a lag. I think everybody's right now in present day.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Whee! Deciding to play Dungeons and Dragons right after the season finale, watching the season finale of Doctor Who was a choice.
Yes. Jason was very upset that we were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, he was mad at me. He was like, who else are you recruiting for this? I need people for my podcast. It's like...
I just more mean that I'm emotionally wrung out and overwrought at this point.
There was a lot going on.
It was so good. It reminded me of the first episode where there was a lot going on, and I think they might be my favorites. I would like to drink from the fire hose, please. Give it all.
The thing that they did, I can't remember having seen that before, he said cryptically.
Whenever anyone says something that I haven't seen is so good, I always think of my friend who gets mad when people express any emotion about a thing and claims that is a spoiler.
I know people like that too. I just laugh.
Like knowledge of something being good is I don't think a spoiler. It's fine.
I
Also,
agree, except with Star Wars, because I want people just to shut up about Star Wars and watch the movies and not have any opinions on them.
I think, Monty, I think your feeling there is not spoiler related so much as you just don't want people to talk about Star Wars.
I don't mind people talking about Star Wars, but there's a real thing among people who see Star Wars movies early to say, it's great, you'll love it, ...
Don't-
Especially, sit.
Well, you know what? It's fun. I think it's the jump from it's great to you'll love it is like, don't tell me what I'm going to love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that always makes
You
me
don't know
mad.
me.
Unless it's somebody
My
who
feelings are
actually,
confusing. Even I barely understand my feelings.
unless it's somebody who knows me
Hands
better
off.
than I know myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people, if they say, I liked it, I will go, okay, that means I'll probably like it. Or if they say I like it, that means I'll probably hate it.
Yeah. You're garbage.
Yep.
You should feel bad.
That's Scott and me with books. If Scott likes a book, 96% of the time I will dislike it.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
I think
just
these are
rule.
useful bits of information, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
helpful.
Well, and it's fun to see why we differ. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
You're different people.
Because I'll be like, these are the things I didn't like. And he'll be like, those are the reasons I loved it. And it's like, uh-huh.
Well, I like Doctor Who when it does something that I didn't expect or haven't seen before.
Mhm. And with like a almost 60-year history, that's getting tougher to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, hats off to them all.
I'm not
All right.
actually going to take this hat off, but
Okay. It's like-
It was not like a requirement. It was.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do you guys want to play some D&D? How do you
Let's
feel?
do it.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
please.
All right. Everyone, the stream has not died. There's now
Everybody's still
16
recording?
people watching. Everyone's still recording. I think we've got all our technology taken care of. And it's only 20 minutes after we said we'd start. So
Yeah,
Yay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll sit here and knit and talk with you all. That's
Yeah.
fine with
I
me
mean, I would
too.
do that
No.
too. But
no, it's okay. Well, we are today. I'm doing the prelude that I should just do on the episode because the listeners will want to hear it. So I'm going to stop doing that now and start doing the episode any second now. I am
Exciting.
a person who talks.
That's the first line of the episode. Keep going.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him, Dungeon Master, and today we're continuing our Candlekeep adventures. That's right, we're playing Mathroth's Mighty Digressions, the second level 2 adventure in the Candlekeep Mysteries book that I'm holding in my little hands right now. I am joined by a returning group of players as we resume this adventure in progress. I will introduce the players, they will introduce their characters, and then I will attempt to do a little recap of what's been happening because it's been a while since we played. First up, it's Erica Ensign.
Hello, I am playing Fritat Ha, a Goliath barbarian who is surprisingly intelligent, and our pronouns are she, her.
Next up, it's James Thompson.
I am playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, who is a high elf rogue who picked the wrong city to lay low in.
Mhm. Also joining us, Monty Ashley.
Hello, I am playing Townley Mountain Taker, he, him, a humble human who was given magic eyes by the Queen of Air and Darkness.
I'd
watched
forgotten the
that
whole
on
magic
anime.
eye thing.
Also,
I'm going to hammer it home.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also joining us, Aline Sims.
Hi, I play Lapis, the Tabaxi cleric, and yeah, our pronouns are she, her.
And last but certainly not least, Tiff Arment and Sidekick.
Hi, I am playing Paulie Courts, rock gnome, and he has a little sidekick named Little Antony,
It's
who
true.
is I forgot actually what he is, but he's a little creeper, and I
I
love him.
think he's a quasit. Does that sound right?
Yes.
He's like a little.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's right.
I think he's like basically the smallest. Oh, I'm gonna get mail in D&D. They have a whole thing about devils versus demons and where they come from.
He's a little cute demon. Quasit. He's a quasit.
He's a quasit.
Right, and he has
Quasits
a
are
whole,
demons. Okay.
Didn't you give me a whole sheet on him before?
Probably.
Can you give that to me again?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Hold on, taking a screenshot, pasting it into Zoom, or pasting it into Slack, which I
Hi,
had closed.
future me, probably. or future somebody.
Tony, your face was purple there for a second.
It
You look
was
like Thanos.
really creepy.
It must have been the lighting from whatever, like that.
No,
I don't know. I was flipping between windows, and one of them must have given me
one of them was
hue.
purple.
It looked cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, my face is very close to the screen because I have bad eyes. Where is our Slack channel? Here is little Anthony.
Sorry, everyone. Should have done this before.
It's okay. This is how
that's what
Dungeons and
editing's
Dragons
for.
works. So
The
screenshot
incomparable
is facing
members
there.
technically pay extra for this because this isn't bootleg.
Yep.
Already decided.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hello,
so,
no context TPK.
Hey,
Hey,
a tiny fiend.
tiny fiend. He is a demon, not a devil. There's a whole war between demons and devils. It's a whole thing.
And he's chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Which he is, because he devoured a rat last time.
I mean, that's first of all, that's not chaotic evil. That's nature. Second, I prefer to think of him as chaotic misunderstood.
I love it. I love it.
My alignment chart is a little bit more complicated than what comes in the books. All right, what are we up to in this adventure? We're playing Mazroth's Mighty Digressions. It has been several months since we first started this adventure, and so I will remind myself and you. The premise of this adventure is that books are attacking people in Candlekeep Library. You are attacked by one such book, and as such are kind of on the hook for the destruction of a book that you killed in self-defense. I mean, it basically was not a book so much as some kind of monster in book form. Apparently that was not the first book to do that in Candlekeep. You talked to some other people who had the misfortune of bringing books into Candlekeep that attacked people and then getting in trouble for it. You have tracked the source of these treacherous texts back to the nearby city of Baldur's Gate, and specifically a booksellers in the marketplace known as Amberdune Books. I am phrasing these things in the form of a question for you to tell me if I have said anything incorrect so far that you remember differently.
You assume that we remember anything.
Now, hey, if you remember nothing, that's fine. Blank slate.
My notes say Amberdune Books.
Yep. Amberdune Books.
Which was in a like a kind of an alley off of the marketplace.
And we had found the title of the book that we needed.
Yes. Well, yes, specifically. So I believe.
Well, a poster of the book, right?
Yes. I believe. Who is it? Nyasa, you were in conversation with one of the booksellers in Amberdune Books. There are two booksellers there, and you were talking to Rama, who is kind of a used car salesman-esque bookseller. And they have a lot of their kind of, their common books are just there on the bookstall, but they have their specialty order fancy books that you had engaged Rama in conversation about. And Rama had promised you that, they're basically available, same day delivery, or depending on what time of day, later that day. And I'd given you a list of books that I am hurriedly looking up again in case you asked me what that list was. But on it included the book in question that attacked you, Mazroth's Mighty Digression, which is also the name of the adventure, and the name of several books that had also attacked people in Candlekeep, which could all just be a coincidence. But I believe we were in mid-conversation with Rama, the bookseller, here in the stall, Amberdune Books, which is kind of a set up for the day, to take down at the night, alley bookshop in the general marketplace in Baldur's Gate. The rest of you, I assume, are nearby, perhaps just across the alley from Amberdune Books, should anything go astray.
From what I remember, there was prices quoted, and they were extremely high, and we didn't have that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
I should have remembered what they were exactly, but they were in the hundreds of gold pieces, I believe.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like 400 gold pieces or something ridiculous like that.
Basically,
now we have to solve your book buying puzzle.
Well, it's like, unless we sell little Anthony, I don't think we're going to get the money.
Oh, 450 gold pieces is what we were quoted. I just found my notes. So 450
nice.
gold pieces. Yep.
That seems like a lot. It says Tony, the Dungeon Master.
I mean, I'm obviously not suggesting
Rama says, So as you can see, ma'am, we have a nice selection of some of your more esoteric titles. Again, I don't have any of these on site, but you let me know, and I will scurry back to our warehouse and can have these arranged. Could have any of these available to you today or first thing tomorrow. But please I'll give you a moment to peruse this and think about your selection. Obviously, a book is an investment in oneself, and I would not want you to take this lightly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to confer with my associates, and
Okay,
because we all want books.
Yes, let's step away and see if we can pool our resources.
Okay, you step away.
I want
Rama
to be
goes
able to
back
talk
to
with
trying to
Rama.
accost other people passing by his dingy bookstore to sell them on books. And I forget, did I show you art of what this looks like?
Mhm.
Probably.
Do it again.
Yes.
Do it again.
Dance monkey. Hey,
There you
All
go.
right.
Does it-
Oh, yeah.
hey, Gaston.
Okay.
It's D&D. Everybody looks like, Gaston.
A Disney
Gaston just looks
character.
like generic funny fantasy guy. It's like,
Okay, so I say to the group, so if somebody is going to scurry back to the warehouse and get the books,
Mhm.
then would it be possible for some of us or all of us, probably I'm not particularly sneaky, to follow and find out where the books are kept?
I have. Oh, all right. I got to do this in character. All right. Hey, I got a great idea. Little Anthony can go invisible and can totally follow this dude to his warehouse. I'm pretty good at warehouses, but I mean, I'm a little suspicious.
What's involved in being good at warehouses?
You don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
I was just
they
going to
burn
ask how
down.
fast is little Anthony. Like, I figure, he's got short little legs, but his speed is 40 feet. So, yeah, I guess he can
Yeah.
follow.
Does
He
he
can
fly?
books.
scamper. He scampers like the
Yeah,
best. of them.
I'm just going to say, I don't have a saplock handy, but I think we all know that the standard speed of a bookseller is 30 feet. So, yeah, no problems.
Can little Anthony fly, or
Oh, he sure can. He can
Oh.
change into a bat-like creature.
A bat-like creature.
can that creature then also become invisible?
It doesn't say that he can't.
Sweet. So that seems like a really smart
Yeah,
way
I
to
think
do it,
that-
because then he doesn't have to
Yeah.
scamper around people's feet or anything.
All we got to find out is if we got to pay this fool up front.
Yeah.
Maybe we could negotiate to pay part of it up front.
Anyone
Yeah.
really good at the persuading?
Yep. I'm pretty.
Eh,
I could help
No,
somebody else with
well, I
persuasion.
mean-
I'm a +6 on persuasion.
Oh,
yeah,
that is pretty
Oh,
good.
I'm going
oh,
plus
okay, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going
think-
with you.
I think you're too good, and somebody who's less good at it should do the talking.
Well, that's an interesting strategy. But
roll persuasion money on these. On that. That's a good-
You're gonna have to roll it on
Persuade
all of
any of
us.
us.
9.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what
think
James' anti-persuasion stat score is.
I think we should explore all the options. Is all.
I'm just being silly.
well, I rolled a 1, so
You rolled a 1 to persuade us. You're not talking to him yet, right?
no,
Yeah,
no.
but-
This is just between Monty and I. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I am presenting the option of somebody else talking to this guy.
I mean, like, I think everyone should get a go. I'm happy to Monty.
I do think we should at least start with it's Nyasa. Is that right?
Yes.
And have somebody else help so that we give advantage.
How much money do we have? Because if these things are 450, why don't we suggest giving them I don't know,
A quarter,
A quarter or
a
something?
tiny bit. I don't actually know how much. I don't know that you told me how much I should start with in gold, Tony. So I don't even know if I have anything listed. I assume I have
I
some.
I
I'd
have
say-
the 10 gold I started with when I created the character.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably around 10 or 15, unless your background is that you're
probably have quite a
extravagantly
bit
wealthy.
from the previous adventure.
That obviously you say with the tone of your voice that suggests that you have not tracked it at all.
Well, I mean, somebody tracked it.
Is that true?
Well, by somebody I mean Mr. YouTube has.
Oh,
a record.
oh, we have a recording of it. Okay.
But I think.
While you're tracking, I will say I have a spell that will let me see creatures. So once I could do it now, and we could see if this book is a creature, or we could wait till we get to the warehouse and I can see if all the books are creatures.
Well, we don't get.
And to be clear, Monty, it seems to be like the main book area here is kind of what they've got for sale here is they're kind of, you know, generic books, paperbacks, which, you know, they're selling in the range of, say, 15, 20, 25, 30 little pieces each. They don't have any of the fancy books.
All right.
Behind they claim not to have any of them behind the thing. So it's possible there could be things here that are creatures, but yeah.
I've definitely been to markets like this where you order something from a sheet of paper and a small urchin runs away and comes back with
Oh my God.
I can't
I
can't tell if you're
guys.
making fun of Scotland or that's just your life.
Was I in character? Was that
It's unclear to me.
Who knows?
What
Hey,
is it, Polly?
Hey, you guys. I just
Use
remembered-
guys.
use guys.
Thank you.
I'm kind of I have some magic. Crazy. And I can like charm people.
Mm.
I know I'm really charming, but like I could use magic to do more extra charming.
Wow.
I like that idea. I know that the typical charm spell wears off after an hour and then the person knows they've been charmed. We might not want to do that if the warehouse is more than an hour away.
Oh, come on.
It is unlikely to be more than an hour away.
I mean, can we like double up here? Can we like
I mean,
charm and
they offer same day
persuade?
delivery. It can't be that far. Is what I'm saying. I will just mention because I'm very good at introducing complications to all player plans.
Mhm.
Technically, you're in a city, and there are laws, and
Laws.
using magic against somebody would probably technically fall under the, you know, illegal kind of
That's the
thing.
kind of thinking that leads to charm never getting used on anything.
I know. I'm just saying, you know,
I'll
but
just-
Except
let me say,
outside the city limits.
a
I
variety
mean, it's
of your
either that or
characters may
earth
not
tremor.
care.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any laws about observing somebody with a hidden closet?
No, probably not. That's
Yeah,
just
following
creepy.
people, totally legal. I
That
mean,
sounds real rude.
Yeah, rude, but not illegal. Look, the law, you know, it's a simpler time. They try to keep it so that the crimes only fit on a, one piece of paper kind of situation.
No
Does
murder,
anyone
no
have a
charm.
Can anyone disguise themselves? Here's what I'm thinking. We walk around the corner and then somebody who looks rich walks up and says, "I say, good man, one of your finest books. Too sweet."
Frittata, the 8-foot tall Goliath barbarian, says, "It probably shouldn't be me."
All people can be rich.
Oh, I just can't disguise myself very well.
Oh, okay.
Shaquille O'Neal, for example.
Yeah. Let's name other tall rich people.
I mean,
Hi.
is anybody good at disguising themselves? I am not.
I am looking. I do have.
We are doing the thing where it's been a while, so people don't remember what they can do, let alone what the rest of the party could do. Do you want to quickly remind your?
I'm new here. I don't know
in the
any of these
intro.
people.
Just like what class of character you even have, since we have a mix of magic users and non-magic users. Erica, what is Frittata? again?
Frittata is a Goliath barbarian, but
Barbarian.
I am in search of my my missing brother.
Whoa, I
and
didn't ask
I
for
have
your
been
backstory.
studying. I've been studying poetry and books all this
Oh,
time.
books.
So right. So this particular adventure is right up my alley.
Oh,
But
I
don't
will
have
look
any
for my
magic to
missing
help.
brother as soon as I finish this great poem.
Oh, I have Fey presence,
Oh,
where once per short rest, as an action, I can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube from me to make a wisdom save or become charmed or frightened by me until the end of my next turn.
Oh, you
And
can
that
get
does
both of them.
that does not say anything about them knowing it happened when it's done. I just walk in and my eyes glow green, and they're charmed by me for one turn.
you have a variety of ways. I think I'm just to help you out here. I think you have a variety of plausible ways that you could deal with this in terms of your ability to track this person, track them with a invisible demon, or charm them. So there's a lot, and in fact, perhaps it sounds like you may be leaning toward combining plans because your goal is to order a book without fronting very much money and then track him to the book warehouse. Am I piecing together things correctly?
Yeah, I think if we could
Okay.
persuade them to take a certain amount up front.
I think it's unlikely that you would be required to pay full price
No,
up front
because
for,
we know what it's
this is
like in
Baldur's
these kind of
Gate.
markets.
Yeah. I think it's simply a question of what is the what kind of deposit is.
I do
required.
not trust the smile of this bookseller.
That is wow, just real.
Well, someone better
Elitist.
start talking to Gaston over here.
Yeah.
Do we have a name for this person, or is it now just
Rama.
Gaston?
Gaston.
Rama.
Rama Gaston.
His middle. He goes by Gaston. His middle name is Gaston.
Yes.
All right, I'm
Rama
going-
Gaston Amberdune.
I'm going for it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Townley steps forward. Hello, and welcome to Amberdune Books. Can I interest you in literature?
What literature do you have that's written in language no one can read?
I mean, I think all of our books are prized for being able to be read by at least one language. No one has ever asked me this before.
Interesting. I'd like a copy of Mazareth's Mighty Digressions, please.
Oh, excellent choice.
Thank you.
He takes like a little special order sheet out from behind the counter and puts it on here and says, "Now this is one of our special deluxe books, limited edition, guaranteed original." And I don't have this here in the stall, but I can arrange to have this here within an hour for you, sir. Now the price of this book, and he shows you the price listing for the fancy books. The sticker price is 450 gold pieces.
Well, I'll just buy one then.
Yes, very good, sir. I will need a deposit before I fetch that. And would you like that delivered here, or perhaps to your place of business or lodgings here in Baldur's Gate?
I will make my eyes glow green and attempt Fey presence, which, as we just established, requires a wisdom save.
You want this
DC 13.
individual to make a wisdom save?
Yes.
I have rolled an 11 for Rama Gaston Amberdune, bookseller.
He is charmed by me for the next 6 seconds.
You could have led with that.
Your eyes are
I said-
amazing.
I said it was one turn.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I
tell
hope
you
that's
what.
not too forward of me to mention.
Thank you. Why don't you bring the book here, and then when I see it, I'll see if I want more, and I'll show him 2
Okay.
gold.
And I will just remind, and the mechanics of charm.
The finger
in
thing
D&D
means money.
Yeah, money. I'm just reminding myself, charmed in D&D, I believe specifically means they won't attack you. It's unlikely
Sweet.
to happen in this situation. Or target you with other harmful abilities or magical effects. You have advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with the creature. And I think basically
Like a persuasion.
persuasion. And someone that doesn't know you basically regards you as a friendly acquaintance, not a best friend, but better than a coworker, but not, they're not going to marry you. So Townley, why don't you give us give us
Well,
Good
start this off.
eventually.
Yeah, I mean, work up to that. There's only last 6 seconds.
Every relationship
Someone
starts
persuade
somewhere.
him.
Yeah, Townley, why don't you do a quick persuasion check with advantage?
I rolled 2 5s, so 8.
Nyasa,
yes.
step in and say something.
Yep.
Damn it, Townsley.
Nyasa steps in quickly, pushes Townley aside, and says,
Oh, are you two together?
"Nope."
Yes.
I mean,
He already knows we are. Don't start by lying to him.
we're together, but we're not together. is what I meant.
The classic no and improvisation technique.
I tried to elbow Nyasa in the ribs, but I'm so tall, so I actually do it in the
Elbow her in
shoulder.
the ear. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I just meant we weren't a couple. Yes, we're together.
Townley's super insulted by that. You answered really fast.
Yeah.
I
You would be lucky.
You tell him.
Not my type.
You only have seconds of charm left.
So
and you are doing this.
But
You are
there's still
spending.
persuasion.
You're
There's still straight
spending
up
it,
persuasion.
defining a relationship status for this random merchant.
It's complicated.
Hey, I've actually seen that works. It's a distraction technique. You argue back and forth, and it just like puts them off.
Yeah, and so
well, we are headed toward being put off. Yes, so.
So how about that book?
Yes, could you, as my acquaintance suggests, it would be very nice of you if you could bring the book so that we could establish its quality before we hand over the money.
All right, give me a quick persuasion check, Nyasa.
Okay.
And I'm standing there. I would like to help so that you get advantage.
Yeah,
I'm
you have advantage.
basically
like
just standing over.
I don't think I need it because I rolled a 19 plus 6. 25.
Right.
You could always roll a 20 if you roll again.
Well, I'll do it.
It's okay.
Get that
It's
one
okay.
more.
No, let's
All
try
right.
it. No, I got a 9.
Okay.
All right. Robert said, well, normally there would be a deposit, but I won't waste any more of your time. I will be back here within the hour. This I promise to you. He looks at you intently in the eyes, Townley, seeming to have already forgotten about Nyasa, despite the fact that, that was who persuaded him to do this.
I'm looking very closely to see like if he's leaving, if somebody else is leaving.
He seems to be doing it. He is putting on his coat while maintaining intense eye contact with Townley the entire time.
While this is happening, little Anthony has turned into a bat or a beast that resembles a bat.
A bat-like creature. Yes.
Also has gone invisible and is ready to follow. And we have that psychic link so he can tell me.
I like that we have a stealth drone. This is just...
Yeah.
Me too. Picking up little Anthony was the best decision ever.
It's going to be tragic when he dies.
Or we have
Rama, Gaston, Amberdune heads out from the shop. There is another bookkeeper at the back, kind of a middle-aged woman who is minding things, and he lets her know that he'll be back as soon as he can. And he scampers off away from the alley into the streets of Baldur's Gate. Little Anthony is going to trail him as an invisible flying object.
I will say to the lady that's left, like, we will be back in an hour so that we can sort of like move away from the book stall in whichever direction, like taking Polly's lead so that, I don't know how far your bond with Little Anthony.
Ooh, we could do a lead and follow.
Yeah, because we don't want Little Anthony to go so far that you can't still have that psychic link. So I feel like we should slowly kind of just meander in that direction.
Plus, we want to go to the warehouse. So
okay, I had forgotten what the second half of your plan was, so this is all news to me.
I think we would like to be at the warehouse at some point. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have I need to pull up the stats for a familiar to see how far that psychic link works, because that's where the psychic link is coming from.
Okay. I don't know what it is, but we'll assume that you stay within it. Yeah, you look it up. I assume that it is easy for you basically to stay out of sight of Rama, Gaston, Amberdune while following him with an invisible familiar.
I know if you summon a steed, it's a mile. So if a familiar is the same as that.
Oh, okay.
Are we in 5th edition?
Within 100 feet, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Oh, so that's not super far.
Well, they said an hour to go and come back, so it's half an hour away distance. So,
and I mean, little Anthony will know how to find Polly, even if we lose.
Yeah, he could probably
lead us back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this guy is not. I mean, he's trying to move through crowded city streets. He's you have no trouble keeping pace with him. He's not on a horse.
And as an action, you can see through its eyes and hear what it hears, although you will not be able to see and hear through your eyes and ears when that happens.
Right. We wouldn't lead you wrong.
Yeah. All right. Little Anthony / Polly follows Rama through the crowded streets of Baldur's Gate. As a reminder, you were in the marketplace in the upper city. That's the kind of really rich, fancy part of Baldur's Gate. And Rama seems to be headed kind of back the way all of you came toward the main gates on this side of Baldur's Gate that lead out of the city. I'm going to assume that you follow him unless you tell me that you're not. So he makes his way across the upper city and passes through the main gates there, out of Baldur's Gate. But on the other side of the city walls, there is a rather kind of sprawling neighborhood. This is known as Blackgate because it's next to the Blackgate. And Blackgate is kind of, unfortunately, the rather rundown, slummy part of Baldur's Gate, where lots of new arrivals in Baldur's Gate set up homes or businesses for people who basically can't afford to take up space inside the city. So this is perhaps even more downtrodden than the lower city of Baldur's Gate, the neighborhood of Blackgate outside the walls of Baldur's Gate. So Rama does seem to be checking over his shoulder occasionally, but he is not able to detect an invisible bat-like creature. And so he is making his way through the kind of cramped, dingy streets of Blackgate, which is, more like a slum than anything, and makes his way to a kind of small, square, shack-like building and goes inside. This is not a warehouse. This is... Neither the word ware nor house is applicable here. The word hovel
where?
comes to mind. It is a square single-story building, flat roof. It's got a door and a couple windows. It would be a big shack. It would be, I don't think they have garages in D&D world, but it would be kind of a garage-sized structure. And,
1 car,
yeah.
2 car.
This is like a 2-car garage.
Cart. It's a 2-cart garage.
Garage, thank you.
Cart plus horse in one.
And Rama disappears inside that. I don't think Little Anthony could follow into the structure without potentially running the risk of being detected. But that
wait.
is...
Little Anthony can also turn into a centipede.
Little Anthony could also turn into a centipede. I was gonna, confirm with you if Little Anthony wanted to go inside. For all you know, this building is full of centipede eating monsters.
They're called cats.
Yeah.
I think little Anthony does go inside. He's ambitious.
Do you want me to show you the map of this building before you decide anything?
Sure.
Why do I say it with such I don't mean to speak.
He's an invisible centipede. What's gonna happen?
I mean, all he has to do is poke his little
invisible?
centipede
Yeah.
head under the door.
He's invisible until he attacks or his concentration ends.
All right, bear with me. Playing with Roll20 here for a second.
We're just going to solve this whole mystery with an invisible centipede.
Job
Honestly, that would be
well done,
amazing.
us.
All right. There should be a map loading for you. Hopefully, if I've set this up right, you can see the kind of, there's a square building that you can't see inside. There's your characters are on the street next to it. Hopefully, I put your tokens there appropriately. Does that all look right?
Yeah, I mean, if Lil Anthony solves this all for us, that's working smarter, not harder.
All right.
I mean, we picked him up in the first place, right? So I
It's
feel
true,
like
yeah.
that this.
I mean,
whole
you
thing...
get credit for him. The door into the structure is on the south side. There doesn't seem to be any other doors into the structure. I think there's probably at least one or more windows, though. Yeah, there's probably some windows, or at least, or, if not windows, cracks. Because this is not, this is really kind of a shambly looking. I don't know if they had plywood in D&D terms, but I think this would be a kind of a plywood cement brick kind of structure here. So we'll assume that you all kind of arrived there, and Little Anthony has kept watch so that you know that Rama has been in there for less than a minute and has not left yet. So you could certainly send Little Anthony in there to follow him if you were so inclined.
I kind of want to just wait until he leaves to go take the book back and then go in. So I don't think we should be hanging out right outside the building. I think we should hang back.
There are plenty of places to find a place to hide here in Blackgate. The slums outside Baldur's Gate.
I'm sure.
So can we say that we could say we're all hiding right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to wait until he Rama scampers back with a a book.
I mean, do we care
I'm-
do we about him? Do we want the actual book, or do we want to just scout out?
Yeah, what's our
in-
mission here? I forgot.
Yeah. Your mission broadly is why are books attacking people in Candlekeep? Probably, certainly the people, the avowed, the book, the librarians and scholars and sages of Candlekeep would love for the books that attack people to be replaced with legitimate copies of the books. They probably don't want more monsters that attack people inside Candlekeep. So yeah, I think Monty, you were going to say something. I interrupted.
I think we should let him leave, then we investigate the shack, and if that works out poorly, then we go back to the bookseller and say, oh, sorry, we got distracted eating crepes.
I agree.
Classic
I
rich
agree.
people distraction.
I was going to
Yes.
say, are there any laws in this particular area of town about knocking somebody over the head and dragging them into a bush?
Well, you are, you're not within the city, so this does seem to be a much less kind of policed part of Baldur's Gate, because it's not technically inside Baldur's Gate. You have not seen any city watch guards on patrol here in Blackgate. It is possible that that does not mean you wouldn't be perhaps victim to frontier justice, or
We know
it
where
is,
to find him.
This is a heavily populated slum, so it is unlikely that you could do such a thing without being detected. It's the question is, would the people or persons that detect you do anything about it? Or
I don't see any
Frittata has a good
benefit.
point. Yeah.
And is it the right thing to do?
Yes.
Define.
Oh yeah.
I don't care about
Oh
that.
yeah. Morality.
Yeah, I think because if we let him go, we know we have at least basically an hour minimum for him to go all the way there, and then if for some reason he decides to come back, to come all the way back. So
Yeah.
it is also possible that this fellow is under some sort of spell and is not knowing what he's doing, and the source of all that could lie inside this building,
I mean, I
where an
wasn't
invisible
suggesting,
centipede is going to scout for us.
I wasn't suggesting we kill him. I wasn't.
But I think if he's not back in an hour, they're gonna be suspicious because there's other people at the
Yeah. Okay.
booth.
Yeah, they
Fine.
may send more.
Let him walk.
Yeah, I agree with Monty. Let's stick with the crepe story.
Okay. That is also a relatively plausible non-murder
Words to live by.
thing that
There was no murder.
I would not make you roll a persuasion check on that. It'd just be like, yeah, I got distracted. I'm here now. All right. So a few minutes pass, and you see Rama emerge from the same door. He seems to be carrying kind of a satchel that looks like it can have a good sized book in it. And he closes the door behind him and scurries off with a look on his face that suggests that he has got an imminent payday as he heads back to Amber Dune Books inside Baldur's Gate. So
if we're like 100 feet from the building, or not we, Polly specifically, is within 100 feet, is Polly able to actually watch what he's doing inside through the eyes of Lil Annie?
You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn as an action. So,
And is there a
yes.
limit on how many times you can do that? Or can you just keep doing that?
I think you can keep doing that.
I can also gain the benefits of any special senses of the familiar, and
What special senses do
but I'm
centipedes
deaf
have?
and blind regards to my own senses while I'm doing that.
And
I
to
will
be
say-
sense.
I say, Frittata says, I will guard you during this time.
I think the ship has sailed on trying to know what Rama has done inside the shack. His
Why?
commandant.
Because Tiff specifically said
Oh,
Lil Antony is going to follow him inside.
oh,
As
okay.
an
an
invisible
invisible
centipede.
All right, as an invisible centipede. So tell me where, and you should be able to control Little Antony on the map if I did it correctly.
Yeah.
Tiff, where's Little Antony going? In invisible centipede.
He's
form.
going to centipede himself under the door. I'm assuming there's some sort
Mhm.
of gap.
Yep, there's at
And-
least a centipede-sized gap.
And he's going to kind of hover on the brink of the door, just peeking in.
all right, peeking in.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
So
is
I can
in
see
here.
what he sees.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping a close eye on Polly just to make sure nobody
All right.
tries to
Uh,
knock you over.
So Lil Antony peers under the door into the shack. The door does not, again, this is not fine dwarven craftsmanship. This is Baldur's Gate hovel craftsmanship. So there's like a good 2-inch crack under the door that Lil Antony can peer under with his little centipede eyes. And little Anthony looks into what appears to be kind of a common room here inside this shack. It does seem like it's a big enough shack that there are multiple chambers to it. And looking around, little Anthony sees a bunch of kind of mismatched chairs scattered around this common area. There's a couple of mugs and plates on a small circular table in the center of the space. There's a rather tattered and faded rug on the wooden floor. I would say that little Anthony can probably hear. Centipedes have ears, right? Or sense of hearing.
They don't have ears.
Well, sorry.
That would look really weird.
There is. It sounds like there might be some kind of kitchen off of the common room where there are creatures making noise because kitchens are noisy places. There's a door ajar to the north side of the common room where little Anthony can see that Rama just headed through.
All right, little Anthony kind of scurries along the edge of the wall and follows him to the next door and peeks under that door.
All right. The next door, there is a long rectangular room here with a bunch of beds in it. And little Anthony can see Rama heading through a door down at the end of that room to the north that way. There's another unopened door right across kind of the hallway from where little Anthony is. There are, I'm going to say there's at least two creatures, two humanoids asleep on these beds up against the wall here.
Should we keep going?
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen to us?
Nothing to us. Poor little Anthony. He is invisible though. Okay.
All right.
All right. So he's going to centipede his way. He's gonna go like kind of under the bed so he doesn't get like seen. Like
Okay.
But I mean he is invisible just in
Also
case.
invisible. Yep.
And he's gonna peek through that door.
Okay, you're gonna go over there. Okay, little Annie is looking into a room that looks kind of like an office. Let's see here, and little Annie can see Rama talking to a woman who's wearing kind of robes. She is somewhat intimidating looking, depending on how little Annie feels about her. Let's see here.
Ooh.
She's got kind of a lot of pointy teeth that might have been filed into kind of.
Little
points.
Anthony's intrigued because her teeth look like his teeth.
Yeah, she looks like she's in a good mood.
Yeah,
She's so happy.
well, she is. Rama is there and said, "We got another special order, boss." And the woman says, "Good job, Rama. I knew I could count on you." Which one? And Rama says, "I need another copy of Mathroth's Mighty Digressions." And you see the woman. She kind of pushes the desk aside and moves the desk a little bit, slides it to reveal a hatch in the floor. And she opens up the hatch, says, "Wait here," and to Rama, and descends into the hatch, returns with a book that she wraps in kind of a piece of velvet and hands to Rama, which he stashes in a messenger bag that he was holding. And the woman says to him, "Make sure to return with the payment right away. I don't like to keep that kind of funds at the store itself." And Rama says, "Of course, boss." And Rama goes to leave with a book in his hands.
Little Anthony kind of like backs up
Mm-hmm.
and like so he doesn't get stepped on
Yep.
as a centipede.
The number one risk to being an invisible centipede. Yep.
So yeah, he's kind of backing up and he's just going to peek his head under the door of this room before he leaves.
All right. You peek your head under that door. I'm going to assume that Rama might pass by Little Anthony on his way out. Little Anthony is looking into a kind of a storage room. And there is an old man in there kind of organizing some books. There's some crates and some shelves lined with books. It looks the bookshelves are mainly empty. It looks like this might be where Amber Dune Booksellers keeps their books at night. So there's an old man in there kind of organizing the back stock and doing some paperwork. A lot of crates and empty shelves.
Oh, that's their bedroom?
What was that?
It's the book's bedroom.
Oh, it's the book's bedroom.
Book
Yes.
bedroom.
Sure.
All right. Okay, so little Anthony's gonna make his way out and back to the group.
Okay.
And
I mean, if this is as hovelly a hovel as you said, he could probably just go straight through the wall and come
Yeah.
find us.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, he came right through. He saw a crack in the wall, and he's like,
There's
he
a
squeezed his
sizable
way through.
crack in the foundation, and he heads off. So just to give you kind of to make sure I think I've got things okay in my head, there was a woman who seems they referred to as boss in the office. There was an old man in the storage room. There were two creatures asleep in the main central room. And then there was at least one creature doing noisy kitchen stuff in a kitchen in the southeast corner of the hovel. This is the hovel. Does that line up with my descriptions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
Rama heads off with dollar signs in his eye, or whatever the symbol for gold pieces in his eyes, intent to selling that book to
Just gold pieces.
Yeah.
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 So I'm not saying that we murder the two people in their beds while they sleep, but it would work.
Would it though? What if they have the information that we need?
What if this is just a bookseller, though?
Well, we know they're at least accomplices. Even if they're unknowing accomplices, that's still in the eyes
That's
of
not
the law.
a thing. No.
Is the
oh, the law. That's
penalty
what you're
for-
worried about now? The law?
The penalty
just
for
sent an
book
invisible
forgery
centipede.
is murder.
Well, we're sort of weren't we
What is
employed to
justice,
be
people?
judge,
We just like
jury, and
fantasy bugged
executioner?
their.
I don't think you
Or
were
literally
employed
bugged.
so much as you thought this would be there'd be a payday in it. You're not.
I mean, if there's nobody to tell the tale, we can tell whatever tale we want.
I will just point out this is your characters are all borderline sociopaths. This is this
That's you.
I'm being a
Look.
jerk. This adventure puts you in a situation that is unusual for you in that you are next to a city, a place of law and order and civilization, where you have no idea how to act like a normal
Keywords next to.
next.
I have spent lots of my time in cities looking for people, so I think we should just knock on the door and question this woman.
What if we burnt the building down?
Then we wouldn't find our answer, and that would be ridiculous.
I
I
will
like
say
Tata's solution better.
I will say-
there's no bad ideas. Just
there
Yes.
are some
Yes,
bad
there
ideas.
are frittata glowers
yeah.
down.
The book, the hovel does look extremely flammable. Though, if you are taking it would be good to return books to Candlekeep that are missing. Solution that books themselves are known for their flammability, so that would probably
That's true.
grab
not,
the books, then set on fire. Okay.
Okay, and it does seem like you have reason to believe there are some books being held in a secret location beneath the office, where the boss was.
I'd say we go knock on the door and act like we are an official delegation from the library here to investigate the
inspectors.
books. And when they attack
Literally.
us, then it'll be self-defense when we murder them.
Good. I like that.
Mhm.
Use the
Do you want to
law
do that?
to justify our terrible, terrible actions.
I don't plan on making any terrible actions.
Well, I mean, it's only terrible in the eyes of some. I'm an ex-assassin.
X.
Go
Makes
on.
sense.
Ish.
I'm sorry. It seems like you have a plan. No one argued against
Right.
that plan.
All right, shall we?
Yep.
Yes.
Book inspectors.
Yep.
All right. Frittata, you head over to the door to the shanty.
Yep. I will basically act as the sort of the muscle of the group. Nobody ever expects me to be as smart as I am. I've gotten used to this. I think somebody more, I don't know, charismatic should do the talking.
You're
and
very
maybe do the question.
intimidating, though.
I do like to sort of, I can sort of stand behind and over whomever is doing the talking and glower and
We could do a sort
and
of
interject when necessary.
good book inspector, bad book inspector kind of.
Mhm.
Do we want to all turn up? Or
Well,
do we...
is Lapis? Are you a bard?
Cleric.
Who is the most charismatic? I mean, I'm assuming it's Nyasa with a +6, but
Yeah.
for
it's
persuasion,
not-
I only have a +1.
Yeah. I've got 15 charisma.
Whoa.
I have 16, but that's the same thing. Really.
Yeah. 12 with a +1 modifier.
Bertata
so-
says, I would feel more comfortable with Townley doing the talking. And gives a meaningful look to Nyasa.
I put my knives away.
Tony,
Why are you holding those? That's real dangerous to walk down the street with
You
two
know,
knives
it's like
out.
I need to have something in my hands, and just
It's a
kind of
it's
like,
a fidget
fidget.
spinner that just happens to be very sharp.
yes. In
Those
the
are called
eyes of the
throwing
law,
stars.
it
So-
has been
throwing
classified
stars,
as
yeah.
a fidget toy.
all right, let's do it.
All right.
Walk across the street. Pound on the door. Pound,
Townley
pound, pound,
and-
pound, pound.
Townley
Library
and
police,
Frittata,
open up. Pound,
or
pound,
all
pound.
of you. I'm sorry, just to clarify, Townley and Frittata or the whole group?
I don't
I'm going to
think there's
hang
any
around the
reason not to
corner
have us
because
all come.
I feel
All right.
slighted.
So Townley and Frittata are at the front. The rest of you stand behind, trying to look tall and menacing. All right. A young woman opens the door. She's, like 5'2", and looks at you with kind of big eyes. Can I help you?
I push past her. Library police, official business.
All right. You push past into the. You're standing in the common room.
I follow in.
I wait
am I?
here. I will get my boss. I don't know what's going on.
I do not wait for her.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
I'm right on Townley's heels.
It
Yeah.
is popping off.
I'm coming in.
Boss, yells the woman. Townley, you move into the room. There are two. There's I think it's a man and a woman who in separate bunks who have kind of sat upright in their beds. An old man is sticking his head out of the storage room, and you march confidently? ?
Library police, everything's fine.
To the office at the back of the shack. The woman wearing the robes is standing behind her desk and looks up with you with not the same smile as depicted in the art, but a toothy looking look of confusion.
My whole plan was based on how good a mood she was in.
Oh, sorry. Well, I think nobody likes hearing library police yelled in their living room.
It's
Uh,
true.
Corvallis says, "What's all this commotion?"
Library police, ma'am, please open your hatch there.
Library police? I've never heard of such a thing. Let me see some identification.
I step forward and tower over her and say, I'm our identification. Open the hatch.
She is kind of standing,
I can do an
almost
intimidation
kind of
check
like
if you want.
putting her weight on the desk that needs to be moved out of the way to the hatch, and says, "This is some kind of shakedown, isn't it?"
It wasn't. No, we're library police.
That I am increasingly
Ma'am, we
believing
have
that is not a thing.
Ma'am, we have tracked an outbreak of books that are monsters to this location.
Look, we
That's
can talk
100%
about.
true. He doesn't
That is
even need to roll
No,
for
he doesn't need
deception.
And we are working on behalf of the library. So.
I know. I decided just to be straightforward about this.
All true.
Yeah, no. Townley, you see a look of kind of shock, and it quickly goes from confusion to everything may be falling apart around me. Flash over this woman's face. No insight check needed.
I
and she says,
rolled intimidation and I got a 21.
"All right."
Definitely
She
not.
says she kind of takes her weight off the desk, standing next to the desk. "Look, we can talk about this. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement."
Start
Start
talking.
talking.
They all say it, you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the deal with the books that are monsters, lady?
Well, and just the woman is standing there in her office. I think probably the rest of her group has kind of piled into the hallway. So there is an old man and two kind of mid-20s women and a mid-20s man. So, I think technically you are evenly matched, but the old man does not look intimidating, and the young people just look confused. So there's 5 of you and 5 of them. I'm assuming that many of you are kind of squeezing into the doorway here. And she says, look.
That's what I thought.
Well, no, I will explain it. I didn't know that they would attack people. I was just trying to make some money. We are in a difficult situation here.
We need to do an insight check.
Look, I will practice radical candor. Our leader died, and we are trying to raise money so that we can have her resurrected.
Leader?
Oh, that's so sad.
Yes.
Well, do us
The leader of our
what?
Well, the leader of our pack.
Pack?
Okay, Ellie
Does that mean
Greenwich.
anything?
Is
Do I
this Mr.
recognize her as-
Amberdune?
Yeah, like, do I recognize her as being like a werewolf or something?
Roll recognize somebody as being a werewolf.
7 plus something? I don't know.
It does occur to you that the woman in robes does have kind of strange kind of features, and as she says the word pack, you do notice like her hands are a little bit paw-like, and her features, it seems possible that this creature might not be a human.
Okay. I would like to roll insight and invite anybody else to see if she actually meant it when she said she didn't think the books would attack anybody, because to me that's important.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks. My insight is a -1, so that's a 4.
I got a 17.
Yeah. You feel like that her answer there was pretty dodgy,
All right.
Townley.
Oh. Well,
Look,
I was on her side for a
our
second.
leader, the great Nadalia, she taught me the ways of the Gigwatsum. We were creating these creatures. We were selling them as books. I just need to save up enough for a raise dead ritual. I apologize for any inconvenience. Obviously, some kind of restitution will be worked out here, but you can understand that we are in a little bit of a financial hardship to begin with, or we wouldn't have found ourselves in this situation.
Tony, how much is a raised dead ritual?
I believe that a raised dead ritual is more than 1,000 gold pieces.
I wanted to say it was like 2 or something.
So they'd only have needed to have sold 3 books. And how
Yeah,
many
that's what I'm
attacks
saying.
were there?
Yeah.
There were several attacks.
There have been at least 3 attacks, and there may be, there's probably.
Yeah, that's just the attacks from the books that got to the library.
Yeah. Well, there's
So far.
there's overhead. They've got to pay to rent that bookstall.
They've got employees.
And this
they've got-
hovel.
This hovel. They've got a pack of 7 somethings to feed.
I have a question about
This is not the Total Party Kill small business podcast.
I have a question about Baldur's Gate. I've traveled a lot. I've been in the cities a lot. Is there some sort of city guard or something that I feel like we could deliver this woman to, at least her, if not her, also her accomplices, and basically turn the matter over to the proper authorities and then report back to the library? Or do I think that there's some other way that this should be handled? Given my
there is certainly Baldur's Gate has a city watch as well as a heavy mercenary presence. The Flaming Fist Mercenary Company is contracted to provide security throughout Baldur's Gate. You are just outside the gates to Baldur's Gate, so you're a little bit in a lawless area here, right next to civilization. You could probably turn them over to that. It's unclear what they would do with that, but that could make it somebody else's problem.
Ma'am, we're primarily here for the non-monster version of these books. Do you have non-monster versions of these books?
I might.
Do
That
you
seems
have
like rest-
non-monster versions of these books?
Yes, I have the originals. That's what we make the copies from. But if I were to hand those over to you, I would be ruined. You can see
If you
how
were
I'm
to
in a
hand
bit
those
of a
over to
bind
us,
here.
Maybe we wouldn't hand you over to the authorities. I
The
say phrase directly
library.
over her head.
The library authorities.
Is that the threat that you're making? You noticed
It's
that
one of them.
those of you in the hallway in the bunk room outside of the office, notice that the creatures with you suddenly look slightly more animalistic than they did a second ago, and it seems like somebody in the hallway give me some kind of check.
I can do a perception.
I got
I'm in
an
the kitchen.
18 to a perception check.
I got 19 on a perception.
These seem like these might be jackal-wares. Jackal-wares are
Jackalopes.
Jackalope
People who
werewolves?
turn into jackalopes.
no, they're people that
Yes!
turn into jackal humanoids,
Ah.
which is surprisingly disappointing compared to that.
You're the DM. You can change it.
Are they turning into these things now?
They seem to be kind of like, like they're on edge, and they're like slightly transforming. Like they suddenly look a little bit taller and like a lot shaggier.
I think if we want to
as the tension in the room.
if we want to diffuse the situation, we get one shot at it. Otherwise, we're
Now
fighting.
you want to defuse the situation?
And that was
No,
that
no.
was not the direction you were headed seconds ago.
No, I was saying if. I'm not
If.
saying personally I want
There was
to.
an emphasis on the if there.
It was like, what does the group want to do versus what I would like to do? I wanted to kill them in their beds, and I said that they were bad. But she,
All right,
like we know she's lying,
Yeah.
so
Kind of.
Except that she might really have the books.
well, she's
Do we-
probably got the
ooh.
books, but
Oh yeah, in order to make the copies.
but her
Otherwise.
and she might want to be resurrecting her boss.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No,
Yeah.
The ends do not justify the means.
These
And what will
lady,
they do
these monsters have
next?
killed people. You understand that, right?
Is that true? I think that's a lie.
we
Is it?
believe it to be true.
I think it's a lie. I think these monsters have greatly inconvenienced librarians. It's the crimes that they're
Oh, they haven't
currently-
actually killed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Lady, these monsters have killed people.
Okay.
Polly
know any
changes into one of these jackal things.
Okay. Can Polly change physical mass to be?
Yeah. I have wild shape. as
Oh,
an
sorry. I
action.
was thinking. I got Polly and Little Anthony mixed up.
Oh, happens all the
I was
time.
like, because Little Anthony can only
That's
be a small.
understandable.
Well, Little Anthony can only be a small thing, so Little Anthony could look like a little jackal-ware. But Little
Oh,
Anthony could
you know-
make
That's cute.
a scale model of a
You know how
jackal-ware.
owners and pets start to resemble
Yeah.
one another after
Okay,
a
I'm
while?
cool with
Like,
that. All right,
it's
so
just,
while
it's
I'll wild shape.
accelerated.
Yeah. The woman, I don't know if we've gotten her name yet, but it starts to look a little more jackal-like and says, "I think you should leave before things get dangerous."
I think you should hand over those books before things get dangerous.
Way
It
to
is
de-escalate.
not going to happen.
I didn't say I was trying to de-escalate. I just didn't want to murder anybody in their sleep.
Yeah, I want.
I'm
You try
fine
offering
if they,
her
if they
another
come at
revenue
me.
stream?
Will our adventurers make
Oh.
it out of this hovel alive? Will they be murdered by jackal-wares that they could have just been nicer to? And surely there was a non-violent way to solve this adventure, or not. It's unclear. Will Little Anthony do something ridiculous? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. I think we were at the time mark.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
answer to that question is,
I was like,
of course.
yeah.
Okay, I will put us on
Players, that was
break.
pretty good.
from
Good.
We Are Live Again.
I have a plan.
Oh, do you want to
Oh,
share
my
that secret
Squarespace
plan?
joke
Or...
didn't go live.
No,
It'll be
no,
in the
we have to do
bootleg.
this in character. I
should
want
have waited.
I want to see what Townley does, and then just react to it in the moment.
I see that the Zoom recording is paused. I think that's Erica's
Shut up, Zoomer.
domain.
No, it says recording.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's the recording I was making is paused because I'm not recording anymore. So
okay.
you know better than I do.
It
So
says
we're
recording on. Yeah.
Should we? Let me do. Oh, we'll do kind of the expedited intro because that may or may not get cut into 1 episode or 2 episodes. Who knows? This probably won't air for 5 years. So, yeah, at least. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, he, him, Dungeon Master. Today we are continuing, possibly concluding, Candlekeep Adventures, Adventure 2, Mazfrost's Mighty Digressions. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and we will jump into things. First up, it's Aline Sims.
Ooh, me first?
Yeah, you first.
Oh my gosh. I play Lapis, the Tabaxi cleric. Our pronouns are she, her.
Next up, it's Monty Ashley. Hi, Monty.
Hi, Townley Mountain Taker, he, him, Queen of Air and Darkness, Magic Eyes.
You are the Queen of Air of Darkness? No. Those are just, that's what's on your index card. Also here, Tiff Armand. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, playing Poly Quartz, the rock gnome druid, with the Quasit Little Antony as a familiar sidekick.
Mm-hmm. The most familiar sidekicks, perhaps too familiar. Our good friend Erica Ensign is here.
Hello. I am playing Fritata, a Goliath barbarian, and our pronouns are she, her.
And last but not least, unless I forgot somebody, it's James Thompson.
I am playing the High Elf Rogue Nyasa, she, her, who is only too happy to share the charisma spotlight.
So our team is on a mission that started in Candlekeep Library. Books are attacking people. That can't happen. It happens in like half the Candlekeep Library adventures. Books are attacking people. They have tracked the source of these strange books to a bookseller in Baldur Gates 1 Amberdoon Books. They have then literally tracked the one of the booksellers back to their hovel / hideout, a shack in the Black Gate neighborhood, and have kind of barreled their way into the shack and engaged in negotiations with the leader of this booksellers. But they are more than just booksellers. They appear to be a pack of jackal-wares. They have insisted that they didn't mean to cause all this trouble, but they're in a little bit of a tight situation and have been selling duplicate copies of the books that happen to be monsters that attack people because they need to raise money for a raise dead ritual for their fallen leader. Things are getting tense, and Tony has put tokens on the map and opened up an initiative order just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Ma'am, I'll boil it down for you. We don't care what you do. Just don't turn books into monsters. Turn something else into monsters, and the library police have no jurisdiction. Understand?
I'll take it under consideration.
I still don't understand why it has to be monsters.
And we'll take those books. The library has a very specific catalog. These books were checked in, and then they turned into monsters and killed people. We just need the original books to keep our books, if you will, clear.
Roll a very high persuasion check, Townley.
All right.
Can I assist somehow with like
by looking tough.
Yeah.
All right.
Look the most library police you can.
Wow. 2 4s, 7.
Oh no! I was like, this adventure is about to end right here. I'm afraid I can't part with them. You see, they're very valuable. I would gladly sell them to you.
You've been paid for each of them several times, though.
Well, yes.
And
look,
yes.
You've been paid by the library indirectly because people bought these books to give to the library. Therefore, I'm just here to collect what the library has already paid for.
I would part with them for 300 golds for the lot.
I got 9.
I start to move the desk.
She kind of positions herself at the other end of the desk for Tata. So each of you are like
Opposed
shimming a
strength
desk
checks?
around. Yeah, opposed strength check. Thank you.
They arm
Oh,
wrestle.
I rolled really poorly. I think I must be distracted. I only got an 8.
She rolls an 11. So you're like scooting the desk one way and she's scooting the desk the other way. And it's just kind of pivoting around the same space while Townley looks authoritative.
I think, okay, Nyasa will have a go at persuasion here.
Right.
245. She says as the desk scoots. I don't remember if that number is less or more than what was said before.
It's less. It's less.
It's less.
Okay.
600, 7, 3,000, 1188.
Maybe she's just naming some of her favorite numbers. We don't know.
Look, we're just trying to end this in a situation that everybody can walk away from. Would you like to walk away from this situation?
Would you like to walk away from this situation? The woman stares deeply into the eyes of Frittata. Frittata, make a DC Wisdom saving throw.
I suck at that. Let's see. Saving throw, you say. That would be a 10.
A 10 is enough. You feel like momentarily, just for a second, incredibly drowsy, and then you shake it off, and you realize that she was trying to do some kind of,
I
sleep,
punch her.
spell on you. Wow! All right.
Pop it off! Here we
How
go.
dare you use a spell on
Yeah.
us?
Only
I
a
mean,
dishonorable
technically-
person would charm somebody. Or put them to sleep.
I'm tired
Disgusting.
of talking.
Technically, it's not even a spell. It's like their thing that they do with their eyes.
Don't you know there's laws against this sort of thing?
I will point out that this
Using
is
your magic eyes against
Yeah,
someone,
magic
that
eyes
is
against
low.
me.
No.
Wow. There's an unexpected parallel there. All right. I have rolled initiative for them. It looks like some of you have put in initiatives. Please all roll initiative. For Tata, I'm going to say I don't think you get a surprise round because I don't think anyone is surprised.
Okay, that's going to be very weird though because I rolled really poorly, so
All right.
I'm going last in the initiative. So how do I kick this off by punching her if I don't actually get a
You
chance to
get a
punch her?
surprise round where you punch her.
Okay.
That's how.
Yeah.
You
So like
do-
I'm not trying to do anything special attack wise. Literally just an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
All right. That is, let's see, unarmed strike.
Also, I imagine
5, so
you're at opposite ends of a desk, but
I'm
I guess
8
you're
feet
Goliath. You're a Goliath. You have reach.
and
so
I'm,
you
I'm a
just,
tall
like-
Goliath, yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
So let's see, that is 15.
15
No,
will hit a
13.
jackalware.
Sorry, 13. Math is difficult.
13 will hit a jackalware. 13 will hit a jackalware, but your unarmed punch, you hit her like really hard in the arm, and you are surprised, like you are not holding back. Frittata, she looks unfazed. Like
that was my vaccinated arm.
So it
She
doesn't
looks-
do any damage?
nope. I don't. You don't need to roll damage. I'm not interested in that number.
I wouldn't need to roll damage anyway. It's just
Oh.
a straight 6, but
The other the booksellers in the hallway completely transform into jackalwares. This is where all their money goes. All of their clothing shreds off as they turn into hybrid jackal humanoid creatures. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, if they'd just told us that, we could have bought the whole story.
Jackalwares have 3 forms: human, jackal, human hybrid. That's what they're doing, or true form, that of a small jackal.
Why is that their true form? Sounds like they have 3 true forms.
It says that the small jackal is the true form.
so this form is a lie?
It's weird they sleep in human form then.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
in case
That's-
anyone sneaks into their house.
Yeah, I think
like
it's
an
day,
invisible
maybe
centipede.
it might be a night versus day thing. I may have misunderstood that and said something very deeply offensive to jackalware culture. I don't know. Bless you. So it looks like I've got initiative here. It is going to be Nyasa at the top. Nyasa, you are in the hallway with a variety of jackal wares. Then it will be Townley. Townley, you're in the office with the boss. Little Antony, Tiff, you've positioned Little Antony in the kitchen where there are no jackal wares currently, to my understanding.
He is in the kitchen, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
He's looking for meatball
He's going
sauce.
through all the food.
Polly, you are in the common room. Corvala is the leader of the Jackalware, is in the office. There are Jackalwares throughout the house, next in the order, followed by Lapis, followed by Frittata at the end of the order. That's all I'll say for now. Does that seem right? Okay. Nyasa.
Okay. I'm standing in the doorway. Do I have a line to the boss lady?
Yeah, sure.
And
we're gonna do not worry about the exact nature of the grid. This is just to give us a reference point. So,
Can I also say that I started raging, and that's why I punched her?
Yeah,
I thought
go
that
for
was
it.
One of my things. Okay.
So Nyasa, you're standing in the doorway to the office, looking at the leader of the Jackalware, who's just got punched by Frittata.
But basically, the reason I ask is also because she is standing next to other members of my party.
It's true.
So I get to do. I think I. Do I get the 2-weapon fighting? Yes. So I do that, and I get on one of them. I get the sneak attack extra. Okay. So I will fling one dagger at her first.
Okay.
And I got... where has it gone? I got 18.
All right, right in the shoulder. What kind of daggers do you use?
Special ones.
How special? Or in what way are they special?
Made of silver?
Are they actually?
I think there were some, because I got some fancy ones off Gloom. But were they made of
I'm just
silver?
telling you, this would be real important.
Yeah. As I threw it, I thought it'd be pretty useful if this was made of silver. I would need to look up actually the...
Or at least silver coated. I mean, an entirely silver dagger might be...
Yeah, I think there wouldn't be
low
much strength.
melting point.
You would want like just a light coating for situations like this.
Do you have any legitimate reason to believe that your weapon is silvered?
I can't remember. I did pick up fancy daggers off Gloom.
I
cannot
just listened to that, and I don't remember hearing that they were specifically silver.
But that might have been a detail that some DM left out of the description.
It's possible.
Just opening up a PDF here. Way to assign me homework.
You're the one who brought it up.
Well, I got nothing to say to that.
I mean, I could just lie if that would make it easier. Roll a persuasion check.
I'm reading about what Gloom has.
In my possessions, I have a silver coin.
Could you rub it on the outside of my
I'm going to put
daggers?
it in between my knuckles and just punch her in the face.
Uh-huh.
I also have a wig from someone who was executed by beheading. So I have some very random weird stuff.
I doubt that they are susceptible to wigs. It's a special
You'd be surprised.
weird jackalope thing. Silver and wigs.
Okay, I've searched the entire document, James. There's nothing about silver daggers.
Nice try.
Okay, they're fancy, but maybe not silver.
All right. Well, are they magic? Are they just fancy?
Nah, they were just fancy. I think they were
All right.
monogrammed, initialed, whatever.
You throw a dagger. It goes right into the shoulder. She just kind of pulls it out and drops it on the ground.
Okay. I feel that my second attack is not going to do very much, so there's no point actually throwing one.
It may be that that new information has come to light.
Yeah, new information.
There was kind of an arc here where it's like, we're yelling at this woman in her hovel. Oh, there's 5 of them. Well, we're seasoned adventurers. These guys just look like sad little booksellers. Oh, they seem to be jackal monsters. Oh, jackal monsters seem to be resistant to a variety of weapon attacks.
Resistant or immune?
They seem immune to a variety of weapon attacks.
Yeah.
Which, if we were gonna put a label on that, we might say that bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons or non-silvered weapons have no effect on them.
Currently looking through my list. No silver whatsoever. Well, you think we could negotiate some?
I'm raging. I'm not doing any negotiating.
Yeah, okay. I think your turn. I think your turn is done.
I am going to try and hide. As a bonus action.
All right.
Possibly under the bed. Who knows?
Great. Very, very heroic.
I'm going to come up with a strategy while hidden.
Townley, you are in the office with the leader of the Jackalware. Frittata is here. You have seen the leader of the Jackalware get punched by your Goliath friend and pull a dagger out of her shoulder, seemingly unfazed by these attacks. What will you do? Will it involve your magic eyes?
Am I within 5 feet of her, as the grid says, or am I more than 5 feet from her? I ask
whatever you feel like.
I would like to be more than 5 feet from her so I can Eldritch Blast her without disadvantage.
Let's say you're a nice 7 feet away from her. How's that?
All right. Eyes flash. And all that.
All right.
Not much of a roll. 9 to hit.
All right, 9. She ducks, and there's just a hole in the side of the hovel where your Eldritch Blast, and there it looks like there may be a hole in the hovel next to this hovel now as well.
We see it from outside the hovel.
Yeah.
But she did duck, which could be information. Why not just take the blast? So it could be susceptible.
Oh yeah, the Eldritch Blast. No one's immune to that. Magic is good, dude.
Unless you're some kind of Eldritch thing.
I'm sure the Queen of Air and Darkness would hook you up too. She's very accommodating.
Maybe one eye.
Could I interest you in a better set of eyes? All right, Townley, anything else?
No.
Paula, you're next. Or actually, Little Anthony, you are next. Little Anthony in the kitchen, possibly inside a pot of chili. What will Little Anthony do? Jackal chili.
Can Little Anthony stay in the pot of chili?
Sure.
Or I don't think he can get out fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't think he can make it out. How far is that?
I mean, I don't know how much of a combatant Little Anthony is, and I am concerned that a Jackalware might eat him.
Yeah, Little Anthony's going to stay in the chili.
All right. Just
not delectable at all.
Yeah.
But he's on the initiative order just to make sure that he's still in the chili.
All right. Polly, you are next. You're in the common room. There's nobody else in the common room. There's a Jackalware kind of standing in the doorway across the common room from you. I think that Jackalware even has its back to you. But yeah, you kind of kept your distance from the negotiations.
All right, I am going to shapeshift, take wild shape, and change into a Jackalware.
Yep.
Can I have
Is that
the
a thing
Jackalware
you can change into?
Well, it's a creature it's a beast that I've seen, right?
Is it a beast?
I
think it's
see
a
it.
humanoid.
You could change into a
that?
jackal, true form of the Jackalware.
I'm gonna allow it.
All right.
Can I change into a jackal?
Have you seen a jackal?
I mean, I see a Jackalware. I could guess.
I think you have not.
Do I change into kind of a jacked up jackal?
Nah, I mean, it's like a kid's drawing of a jackal.
Let me do this, man.
Foster's home for imaginary friends in here now.
Yeah, I get. If I was a shape changer and I could change into things I've seen, why would you not spend like a week at the zoo? Like,
right.
just
Let's
well, I
say
guess the answer is they don't have very many zoos in D&D world. But okay, you turn
They
into a
should.
jackal-like
Those
creature.
zoos would be amazing.
Yeah. But when the animals escaped, it would be
Also
bad.
very
Yeah.
dangerous.
All right,
Which
you
happens all the
transformed.
time.
for reasons that I'm uncertain about, but continue.
And I kind of like wander in and I like fake join the fight, and I'm like behind this one, and I'm kind of snarling.
I will tell you, Polly, you cross the commons room, and unfortunately, something exciting happens before you get there. You you cross the common room when the rug in the middle of the common room basically like just kind of like picks itself up and tries to roll you up in the rug, even in your kind of jackal-like form. Seems like the rug has seen through your charade.
Shred it with your claw.
So you are in a rug, technically a rug of smothering.
Hey, this is my real hair. It's not a rug.
I will let you attack the rug if you want.
Sure it is.
No, I'm the one that's carrying the rug.
All right, yeah, I attack the rug. I'm gonna need a jackal sheet though. Let me pull that up.
Okay.
Jackal.
I'm opening Monsters Manual. If there's not a jackal, we will use a similar creature, and people get mad at us.
Is anyone getting this faster than me? Let's see.
Oh, I've got jackals.
Okay.
Jackals have melee attack +1 to hit. Jackals, I'm gonna be honest here. Not the best stat block. I'm getting why they hang out in their humanoid, half jackal, half.
Oh, this is
half
terrible
humans.
then. All right.
Yeah, yep.
What happens if you're transformed into something and does it have much lower hit points?
I believe that either it has Tiff's hit points or
she has a jackal's hit points, but once those hit points are done, she just goes back to herself. So there's just free hit points. It's great.
18.
All right, you are shredding at the rug. Roll me some rug damage.
What's my damage?
It looks like you do 1d4 -1 damage.
All right.
I didn't tell you to turn it into a jackal.
1, no damage.
All right. You're I just imagine this kind of weird looking dog wrapped up in a rug and unable to get out. You make a lot of noise.
I love that YouTube video.
Yeah. I'm just going to roll initiative for the rug here.
This is terrible.
It's more like a furry burrito at this point.
I've made some poor decisions to get here. Now, you may be wondering how I got here.
Library superintendent of police is not going to be happy with this.
Yeah. All right. So that was Polly. We are around to Corvala, leader of the Jackalware next. She is looking, I think Frittata, you have gotten her ire. What will she do? Well, she tried to put you asleep and that didn't work.
Very alert.
Her face kind of takes on more animalistic proportions, and suddenly she has a snout, and she's going to snap out with her jackal teeth and just try and take a bite out of that arm that you punched her
I wish
with.
I had a rolled up newspaper.
I have rolled a not very
hats.
impressive 14 to hit.
That does not hit. All
right. The team Jackalware is next. Now this is confusing. I've got a lot of Jackalwares here. So
I am hiding. I wish to point out
4 Jackalware. Roll your stealth check.
My stealth is +7. I rolled 15, so 20, whatever that is, 22.
I will say they're going to have disadvantage as they're trying to hit you under a bed, and you are hiding under a bed. How's that? I am going to say that there's 4 Jackalwares. There's 2 people in this hallway, Lapis and Nyasa. So 2 Jackalwares are going to attack each of you. So let's start with Nyasa. So I will roll. They pull out scimitars and are like stabbing through their own bed, trying to get you, but with disadvantage. A 11 is not going to hit you, I'm guessing.
Nope.
And a 14 ?
Nope. So I'm like sort of dodging back and forth under the bed as the blades come down.
Over at the other end of the sleeping quarters, Lapis, these Jackalwares have transformed, and they are just trying to bite at you. They do have scimitars. They haven't pulled them out yet, though. Okay. I have rolled a critical fail and a Math's 20. So I'm going to say that probably hits you.
Yep.
One of the jackalwares gets a bite out of your arm for 4 piercing damage.
Are we going to turn into jackalwares?
That's the first successful thing anyone's done in this fight.
Yep. Lapis, you are next. There are 2 jackalwares right in front of you. There's 2 others down the hall, stabbing at their own bed, trying to get NASA. Also, it sounds like Polly is fighting some kind of tarp in the next room.
Polly, what's your AC?
My jackal AC?
12. And what's your regular AC?
Regular AC is 11. Actually,
Okay.
Worse. Good thing I'm a
Alright.
jackal.
So I'm going to cast Bane. Yeah, range is 30 feet. All right, I'm casting Bane.
Mm-hmm.
So up to 3 creatures of my choice. Oh, creatures. Does that rug count as a creature?
Oh, yeah. It's a magical
Okay.
creature.
All right, magical creature. Up to 3 creatures of my choice that I can see within range must make charisma saving throws. I'm assuming that rug is not very charismatic.
Very
So,
charismatic rug.
So I'm
Oh,
choosing the.
That rug in Aladdin's pretty cute.
That's
This
true.
is like
Highest charisma
that
rug.
rug's creepy
Mirror
old brother, though.
universe. It's a mirror universe rug. So I'm choosing
This rug
the-
has great taste in music, but it's always outside the house smoking on the back steps. Doesn't have a job.
Oh my gosh. I'm choosing the 3 creatures to the south of me. They need to make charismatic saves
All right.
of 13 or higher.
Rolling for the 2 jackals first, or jackal wares. Wow. Okay, one of them succeeds, one of them fails.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little Bane symbol on that one, and then rolling for the rug. Polly, inside the rug is talking to you. The rug is like, yeah. I'm not asking if you've heard Pink Floyd. I'm asking, have you really heard Pink Floyd? The rug rolled a critical fail, which modifies to a -5. Nope, sorry, -4, because
Wow.
the rug has -5 charisma. It's very shoddy and stained looking. So the rug is also baned.
Okay.
Nice.
So any attack rolls or saving throws, they subtract a D4 from
All right.
that number.
I am historically real bad at remembering that. Please help me remember that.
I will do my best.
I meant collectively all of you. But yeah. Lapis, anything else? You baned them? All right.
I've baned them. Hopefully that'll
Frittata,
help.
you are in the office with Corvala. Also, Townley is nearby.
I am going to try to grapple this
All right.
Corvallo person. I don't think I can do a whole lot of damage, but I'm just basically I'm just tackling her. I'm going to try to
Yep.
grapple her straight to the floor. I did not roll very well. Let's see. Okay, so that is an attack. Special melee attack. Let's see. So that's an athletics check contested by her strength or dexterity.
She'll do Dex because she's more nimble than she is. I have rolled a math 20.
Okay, then she is not grappled.
Yep, she squeezes out of the grass.
I roar in her face. Rawr. Very upset.
All right.
And that is, I think that's all I can do.
All right. That was one round. Not a lot happened mathematically in that round.
Yeah, I'm still trying to stay between her and the door.
All
I'm
right.
caught inside of a carpet. I mean, a lot
Yep.
happened.
Well, I
dog.
just said
You.
mathematically. Also, yeah, you're a dog.
I'm stuck in
Sorry.
a blanket.
Yeah. Nyasa, you are at the start of the round. You are under a bed.
Okay, well, does a firebolt cantrip count as magic? I guess that's magic.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the only thing I've got that...
So just to make it clear to people, it seems like unless you have silvered weapons, magical attacks are going to be your best bet. I know that is limiting for some people. When I ran this before, there was a monk who all he could do was punch people, and let me tell you, they did not care about being punched. So
So I see.
Was it Diendo?
No, it was a non-TPK player, but Diendo would be furious about this. There was one encounter where people were like shooting arrows at Diendo, and Diendo's like, "My fists don't shoot, so I'm just down here on the ground."
Gonna
Yeah,
show
He
me
was
butt.
mooning
being a
people.
rude monk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was mooning people. Yep, that burned into our minds.
Okay, I'm gonna roll out from under the bed,
Okay.
shoot a firebolt northwards towards the woman, and then I'm gonna eventually roll under the next bed. They won't think of it.
I like this.
Which
roll,
jackal are
shoot,
you?
roll.
Yeah,
Very
very,
Matrix.
very, very John Woo. Which jackal are you attempting to get with this?
No,
One of the two
I'm
that's trying
getting
to
the
murder
boss.
you.
Take the head off.
I think that your ability to shoot a firebolt from the floor of one room into another room is going to be very limited. I would suggest that you attack one of the jackalwares that it's trying to murder you.
It's less John Woo like if I do that, but okay, fine. I will go for the one that is just next to me.
All right, roll your firebolt attack.
Okay. I got 15.
15 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay, firebolt 1d10 plus 1.
Oh,
No,
firebolts.
1d10. Yeah, firebolts are great. I rolled an 8.
8. All right. A scorching burst of energy rips through this hallway, and there is the smell of burnt dog in the hallway. That jackalware is pretty badly singed, not bloodied, but definitely looks unhappy with the situation.
And I roll under the next bed along.
All right. Feel free to roll your stealth check now to try and stay
I got
under beds.
Where could he be?
18 plus 7, 25.
All right. I mean, they know that you're under the beds. It's harder for them to attack exactly where you are because they're,
It's like those
Stabbing your
magic
beds.
tricks where you put the swords in the side of the boxes. I've just sort of contorted into little
Right.
shapes.
Yeah, there's a chance that you're going to get stabbed, but the chances is, I'm basically imposing disadvantage on them for this. Townley, you are still in the office with Frittata and Corvala.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast Corvala.
Okay,
18 to hit.
that'll definitely hit. Roll some damage. She ducks a second too late, takes an Eldritch Blast in the chest.
8 points.
Ow. Yeah, she looks like her robe is all smoldered, and you can see like glowing burnt fur and flesh in the hole that you have burnt in her.
Stand
She
down.
glares
We're
at you.
just here for the books.
All right. In the front room, the rug of smothering has a friend. That friend is our friend, Polly. The rug of smothering has a very limited set of actions it can take. Its main action is the attack smother.
Jackals are resistant to smothering. No, I'm kidding.
So I have rolled a 23 to hit.
I was
let's
going to
see.
remind you of the D4, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that totally hits.
You get 5 bludgeoning damage, Polly,
Okay.
if you were just squeezed. In fact, I think that's enough to make you not a jackal anymore, right?
What is my...
Jackals have like 3 hit points.
Where are the hit points? The jackal attribute chart does not show this.
It's at the top under armor class hit point speed.
Armor class hit points. Yeah, 3. All right, I'm not a jackal anymore.
All right. So this is probably, I imagine that's a somewhat strange scene as we see like a rug wrapped around kind of a dog-shaped outline, and the rug squeezes, and there's like, I don't know if there's a magic sound where it goes like poof, and suddenly there's a slightly larger dwarf-shaped or gnome-shaped, rock gnome-shaped thing inside the rug burrito.
God, I want a burrito now.
Polly is swearing up a storm.
There's nothing like having a wet dog inside of. Sorry, the dog is not wet. Nothing
Yeah,
like having
what?
a dog inside a rug.
Whoa.
to describe to make you want a burrito, Erica. Little Antony still in the chili.
Little Antony's pissed because he sees that Polly is in trouble. So little
Yeah.
Antony is going to move over to this rug
Yep.
And he is going to
Attack the rug.
melee attack the rug.
Attack the rug.
Love it.
Attack the rug. All right, so his melee attack is +4 to hit.
Yep.
What does that mean? I just like roll and then add 4.
Roll and add 4. I will tell you. Armor class of a rug, 12.
16, 20.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Roll damage for little Anthony.
All right, so it says hit 5, and then it has in parentheses 1d4 + 3. So
You can either say 5 or you can roll 1d4 + 3.
Ooh. All
It's
right,
the
well,
5 is the
I
average.
always roll.
I'm
I like the
rolling.
gambling.
Damn. 4.
4.
That's all right.
So little Anthony does 4 damage to the rug. I just imagine little Anthony just shreds a hole in one little corner of the rug. Unfortunately,
the rug needs to make a DC saving throw to see if it's poisoned.
the rug is immune to being poisoned because it's a rug.
I mean, it's not
Because
just
a
a
I
magic
guess
rug.
that's fair.
It is immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned.
Damn.
Unfortunately,
right at the end of the list.
yeah, it's there. Unfortunately, you just did 4 damage to the rug.
I did.
Polly takes 2 damage.
Well, this is just my first damage, right?
It's
Because-
real hard. It's
it
real
was,
hard
like, real
to murder a rug that has your friend trapped in it without murdering your friend.
I don't know. That
Well,
rug looks
He doesn't know. He's
huge.
a little demon. He's
Yeah.
cancer.
I mean, I'm not judging little Andy. I'm just explaining the situation. All right, Polly, you are next. I will tell you, you are basically, it counts as being grappled. If you want, you can try and get out of the rug using either athletics or acrobatics. I will even tell you that it's a DC 13 to get out of the rug.
Okay. Let's see.
Can
All right. So I
can
guess
Polly
I just got to get
attack
out of
it
the rug.
from within?
You could attack it from within.
I mean, I do have spells. I have Earth Tremor, but that seems a little insane
Mhm.
because I think I'll hurt everybody.
Take down the hovel. Do it.
It is not it is unclear if this hovel has a foundation.
So this, like, you cause a tremor on the ground within range. Each creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw, and that's in a 10-foot range. So that's little Anthony.
Yeah.
I can't hurt him. All right, I'm just gonna try and get out of the rug.
All right. Roll either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you're better at.
So I am better at athletics, and so that's +2, so that's a 13.
That was enough. You managed
Yay.
to fight your way out of the rug. The rug is still writhing on the ground next to you, and it looks like it's going to attack you in the future.
I can't move away, right? Because then that gives it opportunity.
I believe so, and I think you just took the escape action, which was your action.
Okay.
So yeah. All right.
Wait,
Meanwhile,
so that was my action. Can I attack now or no?
no, that
my
was
action.
your
Okay,
action to get
thanks.
out. I will tell you, you're in it's that's always one of those frustrating things where it takes you your action, but not being inside a smothering rug is a useful situation to be in. So, yeah,
Now little Anthony can attack it and not have to worry about hitting
True.
you.
Yeah.
and
we
you
go.
can attack. Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the office, Corvala is looking furious. She has been Eldritch Blast, and she snaps her fingers and points to the wall. There's two probably they were intended to look like antiques, but they just look kind of cheap here on the walls of the hovel. 2 swords mounted on the wall, and they fly off the wall in the direction of Frittata.
Okay.
I'm going to say that was summoning these flying swords was her turn.
This is getting crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff in this in this map.
It's a crowded house.
Crowded house.
Crowded hovel. It's a
Crowded
cover
When
band.
does the floor cave in and we just all end up in that?
Well, that's the upside of there's probably not a basement below this, right? So
Well, there is. She
There's a
opened
hatch, at
a
least.
hatch.
there's
to
a
it.
hatch. There's a hatch. It's not a very big basement. All right, I was just rolling initiative for these things.
I'm just
Maybe we
saying.
just break into the under area, grab the books, and run.
I mean, you could do that, but I would stand for it,
All
I
right.
think, at this point.
You already
All
tried
right.
by desk tug of war there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The Jackal-wares are next. Two Jackal-wares are still trying to murder Nyasa, who's rolling around under beds. Scimitar attacks on Nyasa. Critical hit.
You've got disadvantage.
I disadvantage, so my critical hit doesn't matter. The other roll, though, is very high, so it's a critical hit and a 21. So they get you for 5 slashing damage.
Yeah. Okay.
The first attack, second attack does not get you. Over at the other end of the hallway, these Jackal-wares have pulled out their scimitars and are slicing away at Lapis.
Did you subtract the D4? Tony, did you subtract the D4 from those attacks?
Those ones weren't Bane, but this one is. So the first one, I rolled a Bane. I rolled another natural 20, but it is not a natural 20 because it has Bane on it. I assume it's still going to hit you, Lapis. I got a 16 when I subtracted a D4, but it won't be double damage, right? So you take 5 slashing damage. The other one, wow, all right, I'm on a good streak here. 19 to hit, so 5 more slashing damage. How are you?
Not great.
Not great. All right. Back in the office, the 2 swords fly across the room in the direction of Frittata. It occurs to you that these may be monsters similar to the books that were created. They are going to head in your direction, Frittata. Oh, I have rolled a 20 and an 8.
Well, the 20 will hit.
All right. One of them hits you, and it does not feel like getting stabbed. It feels much worse. Frittata, you take 16 necrotic damage.
I'm down. Wait, necrotic? Okay, yeah, I don't have resistance to that. So yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I told you we should have burned this building down.
You wanted to come in and stab them, and that wouldn't have done anything at all.
That's true.
Yeah, but the burning was also...
Wait, hang on. I just remembered I have Stone's Endurance, so I can reduce damage dealt to me.
I would do that.
Yeah, by a D12.
Good call.
Yeah.
So
this is all right. This is the classic. I haven't played my character sheet in a while. What are my things?
That's right.
When I'm getting murdered.
I rolled a 10, so I only took 6 points of damage.
All right. That's
nice.
A much better story.
It is. It really is. Yep.
I'm just going to feel bad if booksellers murdered all of you. I mean, not that bad, but a little bad. I mean, just as these people are murdering local booksellers. No, we don't have any reason to believe they're doing that.
Sure we do. Who else would be buying these rare books?
Lapis, you are in the hallway. There are 2 Jackal-wares. I'm just going to take a moment and say these things are possibly spiraling out of control here. There's 4 Jackal-wares that are, for the most part, barely injured. The leader has taken 1 good blow, but then used a moment to summon some flying swords. And there is also a animated rug trying to murder Polly. Just gonna slow things down here a second and give you a chance to make a plan. Lapis.
Yeah, well, I have 3 hit points. So my plan is to not have 3 hit points. I'd like to have more than 3 hit points.
I like this. Good plan.
So I'm just going to kind of take a moment, even amidst all of the chaos, to close my eyes and just, think of Osiris as I just kind of touch my fingertips together, meditate for a moment, and give myself, using false life, some temporary hit points, which is 1d4 plus 4, and I did manage to roll a 4.
Yeah.
So I have 8 temporary hit points, so I'm up to 11.
Was that an
Feeling
action
a
or
little
a
bit
bonus? Is that a full action or a bonus action?
That's a full action. So I can't hit anybody. My plan before I took 10 damage was to try to help, but
Yeah, help thyself.
We could run away. I feel that this is not going to turn around.
Well, I don't see how it. I can't.
Do you have sacred flame or something? Because you're a cleric.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm a necromancer more than I am a healer
Well, sacred flame
and
is
a
damage.
damage dealer. Yeah, I don't have. I have Bane. I have False Life. I have Spare the Dying. So if any of you die, can help. But
What have
Well,
you
That
done?
might happen.
Then stand by.
yeah,
Please stand by.
I have a plan.
All right.
Kind of
Yeah.
plan. How
So
big is that
that's-
hole that got blown in the wall of the office?
Big enough.
Big enough for a person to jump through?
Sure. Or at least it could be.
I mean,
It
it's a
could be-
hovel. We could probably
Yeah,
bust
A
out,
small hole becomes a big hole. With
I mean, you could just run
You
through
know.
the walls, Kool-Aid Man style. It's fine.
yeah, these are not well built structures, especially they're taking some damage. All right. Frittata, you are in the office. There are two kind of flying swords, kind of they don't look that intimate. They're kind of like they're wobbling a lot in the air near you.
Okay.
Corvala seems uncertain about which way the fight is going as she stands by the desk.
So there's a sword floating in the air in front of me.
Yeah.
Can I grab that sword, that magic sword, and try to use it to attack Corvala?
Sure.
I want to reach out, grab one of the swords with my hand, and just like basically swing through, hoping that since it's magic, it will actually do some magic damage to her.
This is unexpected. Let's continue.
Yay!
There's a dangerous lesson here about keeping magic swords in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I don't know what I need to roll. Is this just an attack with a sword, or do I
Yeah,
need
it's an
to
attack
try
with a sword. I don't know if you
Alright.
have. We can assume it's similar to one of your attacks that you have.
Yeah, I mean, I have, I think, martial weapons. So, and I actually do have 2-weapon fighting, so I may just grab the second one. If this doesn't do any damage, I won't. But okay, so first attempt. Let's see. Let's just see what I roll on the die. That's not great. That's a 7. So, but it would be plus my strength, which would bring it up to a 12. I don't know if this is a magic sword that actually has a bonus.
It does not. It has. It's yeah. Because it is. In fact, as you hold it, like it doesn't feel right because
Mhm.
this is basically a monster that has taken the form of a sword to be hung on a wall.
Okay.
So
I'm raging, and that gives me.
I'll tell you, 12 hits.
No. Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have no idea what kind of damage that does, if any.
I mean, do you have an attack with a normal weapon attack?
Like I have hand axes and javelins and mauls is what's on my sheet.
Just assume that this is similar to a hand axe.
Okay, so that's a D6
All right.
plus 3, so that would be 5.
All right. Corvala looks incredibly startled as you hit her with her own flying magic sword. She's bloodied.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
we
going
can
to
do
use-
this. We can do this.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use my second attack because I have 2-weapon
Yeah.
fighting. Which I
You're
know
just
I
gonna
don't get.
grab the other sword out of the air.
Yes, I don't get an extra like bonus
Yep.
on the damage of that one, but I rolled an 18 on the die that
Okay.
time. So this time I just get whatever's on the die, and that's a 4.
All right.
Nice.
Corvala is extremely badly wounded. I will tell you the two swords that you were holding, they don't feel right. Frittata, like they're clearly not weighted right. Like
Mhm.
they kind of wobble a little bit. They hurt her. I mean, you hit her with two magical objects, and as you are holding them, they kind of transform, and it reminds you a little. You saw this very briefly with the book. They turn into kind of like a glowing orb that I guess you're still holding. So each of your hands has kind of like a glowing orb around it.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks
Uh,
amazing.
Punch
Yeah.
with that.
Were you still raging?
Yeah, I'm totally
Get a
still raging.
bonus?
Well, it's the rage bonus is only to strength checks and saving throws. So,
Ah.
mhm.
All right.
Still level 2.
Yep.
yeah, I'm just level 2. Like would it? Yeah, like I'm just trying to think. Like, is there any bonus action I could do? I suppose I could just drop them, as a bonus action. Can I just do that? Just let go.
Sure.
All right.
They kind of float to the ground.
Sullenly.
And
Yeah.
and again, I keep myself positioned between what's her face and the door, and I yell at her, "Just give us the books."
All right. Nyasa, you are next. You're in the hallway underneath, rolling back and forth between the numerous beds.
I mean, I had a plan that involved jumping out the hole in the office, which I think
That's
I could
a
have probably
whole
got
room
with.
away.
But
That was it.
Also,
plan where
you'd
you
have to go
leave.
past a lot of things that are going to try to attack you in order to do that.
I can do a disengage as a bonus action.
But only once, though, right?
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
All
I
right.
just
That
don't
is
want you to
that
die.
You have the hole that you are interested in. You is basically like the most creatures are between you and that hole, like in the whole hovel. You're like, where's the path that goes through the most enemies?
I mean, it would
Yeah.
look very cool if you made it. That would be epic.
Yeah.
I'll remind you, there are 2 jackal-wares trying to murder you. One of them's hurt. One of them is mint in box.
It's in a box.
Well,
Yeah,
It's like a rat.
it's more like a fox. That's what
Minden Fox.
mint in box. Yeah.
The thing is, because the only thing that I can actually do usefully is
Oh, actually, I just wanted to point out, as thank you to somebody in the chat pointed out, I do get a bonus to damage with strength weapons. So does that, for melee damage, so I do get a +2 on each of those hits, I think.
She is
Damage
badly
wise.
wounded.
Okay.
Firebolt somebody.
yeah, I'm going to firebolt her because if we take out the leader of the pack.
Vroom, vroom.
So I am going to use my bonus action to disengage from.
Okay, I was gonna say because they're gonna try and murder you if you
Yeah,
firebolt.
well, I'm going to expertly roll out from under a bed.
Yep, you've been practicing it all day.
Yeah. I'm going to run into the office and I'm going to
Crowded office. Yep.
firebolt the lady in the face because
All right.
if I can kill her with this and just take all the credit, even though I didn't do
Yeah.
any of the work.
Any of the work. Yeah.
That would still be some of the work.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Teamwork.
Team, yes, that's what we are. Firebolt +1, 16.
16 will hit. Roll damage.
D10.
D10.
Yeah, firebolt is
Firebolt's a D10.
one of those real powerful cantrips. Just
Wow.
there's no modifier to it, right? It's
Okay.
just a
no
D10.
modifier. 7.
All right, your firebolt catches her in the face, sending her spiraling. She screams as she hits the ground. With it, was that a non-lethal firebolt?
No, that was a. We gave you every opportunity under the code
Every
of the library
opportunity.
police.
Yeah,
As
I
she
said
hits the
a
ground.
couple
Bring
times.
her back.
Yeah,
If we want to bring her back, I can bring her back.
She
Yeah, we'll
spirals
just
to
need
the ground.
set up a scheme to make money to cast
Yeah.
Raise Dead.
The scream kind of cuts through the hovel as if the death scream of a jackalware is recognizable to the others. The other jackalwares have a kind of look of horror and confusion on their face. Even the rug trying to murder Polly looks confused. All of your adversaries kind of freeze in place,
Nyasa
uncertain
shouts,
about what to do.
teamwork.
All right. The Raga smothering would go next, but I'm going to suggest that I think you, by defeating their leader, combat has been truncated.
Are
Would
we now
I
the
go
leader of the
next?
pack? Basically, do we have a pack?
You're right. I'm sorry. I'd already advanced it. Yes, Townley, you are next.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the desk.
All right.
I rolled an 18 to hit.
The desk armor class is very low because it's furniture.
I deal 5 points of force damage to it.
All right. You do 5 points of force damage. The desk snaps in half. Both halves fly off in opposite directions. And there is a conspicuous trapdoor or hatch in the floor of this chamber.
I would like to use my move to go down the hatch.
All right. You pop open the hatch. There's a very short set of stairs leading to a little room Beneath Townley, I put it below the map. If you see that there.
Oh, hello.
Traipse down those stairs. Let me find my description of the secret room. There's a narrow descending passage ending in a circular chamber containing 2 padlocked wooden trunks.
Now, if I was this person, one of the trunks would be full of copies and one of them would be full of originals.
Are we still in turn order?
Someone
or...
needs to search the body for some keys.
I will let. I think we. You can do like one more thing if you want, Townley, and then we'll move along.
Okay. Well, I was going to Eldritch Blast both locks.
All right. You Eldritch Blast both locks, and the locks pop/melt off. You flip open the 2 trunks. You do notice the trunks are lined with lead, which would potentially ward the objects inside from magical detection. Inside one trunk it seems like this might be Corvalla's personal items. There's a sack of gold, not 1,000 gold pieces, but on its way there. It's about 600 gold pieces. And a velvet sack that feels like it has something squishy in it. Do you want to open the squishy sack?
No.
Townley?
No.
No.
Do not open the bag.
No.
No. All right. The other chest has 6 books in it. They appear to be original copies of Mathroth's Mighty Digressions, Fallen Tethymir, The Dark Hunger, Castamir's Guide to Gigwatsoms, describing how to create Gigwatsoms, magical monsters that look like mundane everyday objects, and also a copy of Wanderings of a Humble Aasimar and Daughters of Gratz.
Nice.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Which
So,
would show other creatures and infernal things.
well, each object is outlined in violet light, which looks cool, but
Mhm.
also any creature in the area is outlined with light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So I'm hoping I can see.
There do not appear to be any monsters in here. These appear to be the original things. I think that squishy bag gets an outline, though.
Interesting. I'm going to take the books.
All right. You'll take the books. You want to take the money?
I'm taking the books.
Okay. You take the books and head up the stairs. Let's check in with other people. Furtada, you were right there. Corvalla's on the ground. The 2 orbs look kind of inert now that perhaps their creator is dying, dead, burnt, smoldering. Would you like to do anything?
I want to check. I see that Townley's going down the stairs, so I want to check the hallway and make sure that my friends are safe.
All right.
If none of the other jackal creatures are making combat moves against my friends, I will stop raging.
There are 4 jackal wares in the hallway. They look defensive, but mainly like they don't want to do this anymore.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Then I will stop raging, but I will continue to look as intimidating as possible and keep my eyes on them as I wait for Townley.
All right. Let's check in. Polly, there is a rug in the middle of the room with you and little Antony that looks half-hearted about trying to murder you.
I stroke its tassel
All right.
and tell it I forgive it. I forgive you. I know things are hard. It's rough in here, and it's okay.
The rug kind of shrugs.
Drugs.
Lapis, there's
Sure.
two jackal wares standing next to you. One of them, they transform back into the young man and woman you saw before. They look kind of scared, but perhaps a little bit sheepish, and they're just like,
That's bad for a
this
jackal.
wasn't our idea.
So why have you been doing this? I don't
Look, it was Corvalla's in charge. Look, she was just trying to raise money to raise our old leader, and it seemed like a good idea at the time.
What happened to your old leader?
Well, how much do you know about Lamias?
Nothing.
Ooh.
Well, I could recommend some good books.
They're not great.
Okay.
Well, now you've got 2 leaders to resurrect.
Oh,
Oh God.
damn.
Told you not to
Or
mess
not.
with
This
the book
one's plan
police.
was terrible.
Could
Maybe you just let this
I-
one rest in peace.
Could I try?
And we
to
convinced
spare
the rug to
dying?
fly us somewhere.
It's not a flying rug, but it could
You
roll.
can smother us
You
all.
kinda-
The magic
Could wiggle,
carpet.
like do the worm.
yeah.
You could just
It's a bumpy
scoot
ride.
across the ground,
Can we adopt the rug?
lower than walking.
What was your old leader like?
Well, Nadalia was, I mean, as far as Lamias go, she was a kind creature. She was so smart, so wise. That was why we followed her. You know, I mean, yeah, perhaps some would view her as evil, but we're a misunderstood people.
Did she have plans like this that hurt people?
No, we kept to ourselves mainly. We never even wanted to come into these gross, dirty cities and deal with people until we needed money.
Do you think we could contribute to their funds and just go?
No.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel bad. We killed their leader. Now they can have a new life.
I come up from the hole. I got the books. I left some money and a weird blobby bag that I do not trust at all.
One of the jackals says, "Oh yeah, that's Nadalia's heart. Thank you for leaving it."
We'll be on our way. And I start to like stomp toward the front door, waiting for somebody to make a move on me.
As I walk out, I
I'm
say,
following.
"And don't do it again."
Like
And
it.
so you leave the neighborhood of Blackgate, probably deciding that you don't want to spend any more time in Baldur's Gate itself, having caused a bit of a commotion, avoiding any law enforcement entanglements. But books in hand, perhaps the best course of action is to head directly back to Candlekeep, where you are promised a helm of comprehend languages for returning the missing books, a reward you look forward to claiming. Your battle with the Jackalwares was not a complete success, but you got out of it alive. You returned with the magic books and hopefully didn't make too many enemies.
I made a friend.
You made a friend.
Did we take
The
the carpet
greatest
with us?
Did
treasure of all.
Did we bring the rug?
I feel we should
with us?
add it to our cast of characters.
I kind of want him to come with us.
Polly's just gonna have
I
this.
just imagine it's kind
entourage.
on the way out, and you're like,
Evil
and we're taking
creatures.
this rug, and it's a big rug. You roll it up, and it takes two of you to carry it out.
I mean, I could carry it if you ask me to, and I would be happy to do
Well,
that.
it's ungainly, Frittata. I mean, you'd have to carry it it's like 6 feet long, right?
Well,
Wait,
she's
can I
8
talk to
feet
the
tall.
rug? I want to talk to the rug and be like, "Hey, buddy, if you want to come with us, I'm actually pretty good at sewing, so I can stitch you up, make you look a little nice, give you a little
the rug is now part of your group.
Yay!
Yes. I just like to point out you are traveling adventurers. You do not own a house, and you now have one large area rug.
But
Since we have
it's like a
befriended-
magic rug.
Yeah, and we
could
could
keep us
sleep on it
warm at
in the.
night.
Mhm.
It smothers people. I'm just saying sleeping
It's
on it
smothers
seems
people
dangerous.
who treat it bad.
It's hugging. It's misunderstood.
But what if it has like a bad dream and then you all die?
Well, that was our fault.
Yeah.
All right. And so you have completed Mazros Mighty Digressions. We've learned an important lesson here about counterfeit books and jackalwares. On your way back to Candlekeep, in a scene that is clearly a setup for the next adventure, a strange raven drops a book in front of your path. What is the nature of this book? What is the nature of this raven? Should Tony really do these kinds of things right at the end of the adventure to set up another adventure? What if we don't play that adventure for like months and months? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end.
Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray!
Well, I think supplying us with 2 magic swords was really the only way that we survived this.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It almost
That
killed
were-
me, but
that
then I
was
remembered
there.
my character.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was a tough situation. There's a lot of powerful creatures here that, several of you are limited in your ability to hurt. It was unclear how this was going to play out. I will tell you, this will all be edited out. In the group I ran this before, who are my Candlekeep beta testers, Dan Morin's character got killed by that rug. So
Oh, and I
what a
befriended
nerd.
it. Oh
Yep.
yeah. And now we have a
So-
smothering rug as part of our party.
Did
Yeah.
they kill everyone, or did they have a similar?
yeah, they killed everyone. So
Well, I think we're the nice book police. So
yeah. So
What's the rug's name gonna be?
yeah, that's on you. So,
Yeah, you get to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Ruggy.
Tony,
Tony.
Tony, how much did you learn from the Dog and Pony Show?
no more pets.
Clearly
each
not.
adventure, we're going to get a new pet.
Also,
I'm just gonna have a menagerie.
that's what they in the Dog and Pony Show. Each of them has like a sidekick. Several of them
Except
have
Dan.
Oh, I just
Talking
realized
weapons
Lil
now.
Anthony is also named Tony.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Already.
They're all
Little
gonna be like.
Anthony is Tony. That's the whole joke.
Yep.
Love it.
Live stream / bootleg. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this. I will
Bye,
tell you, I
Mom.
think the Candlekeep adventures are fun and weird. The next adventure is called Book of the Raven, which I will just tell you, I enjoyed the adventure.
Nevermore.
But the hook of it is basically, are your adventures dumb enough to take a adventure assigned to them by a bird?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we
My
need to get
wisdom is
Kakara
wrong.
on this one.
I mean, if we weren't done, I was going to say, I'm reading that book on the way home.
Yep. I appreciate so far every group has enthusiastically accepted a mission from a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I am gonna